Welcome back to another video. We wanted to let you know that it's only with your support that we're able to make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone. So thank you for all of the love that you've given us. Now let's continue. Sometimes it can be hard to get to know a person. One minute you think you've just figured them out, and then the next they go ahead and show they're someone else from who you thought they were. Whoever you're trying to get a read on, they may be trying to get a read on you too. There are a lot of little things that can reveal a lot about your personality, like what type of shoes you wear, or how often you check your phone, or even your handshake. If you're curious to learn more about these things that give insight into your personality, here are 9 little things that can reveal a lot about you. Number 1, how often you check your phone. You check your phone a lot. It buzzes and beeps, receiving messages from your friends and family, or maybe you have to exclusively use it for work. But did you know that checking your phone too much might be a sign that you're struggling with mental illness? A team of psychologists at the University of Derby and Nottingham Trent University conducted an online study with 640 smartphone users aged 13 to 69 to determine the association between smartphone use and personality traits. Results indicated that people who struggle with their mental health are more likely to intensively use their smartphone as a form of therapy. As your anxiety levels increase, the more you might use your smartphone. The less diligent you are, the more likely you are to be addicted to your phone. So, have you noticed that your roommate has been glued to their phone lately? Or that your younger sister can't seem to give up their phone for anything or anyone? They could be going through something. Now might be a good time to talk with them and see if they need your help. Or maybe they just really like playing Among Us. 2, how you treat service staff. Do you treat your waiter with kindness and patience? How do you treat the checkout girl at the grocery store? Everyone who works in the service industry is there to help you, and they shouldn't be mistreated or disrespected by customers. Pay attention next time to how others around you treat those who work in service areas like restaurants or in stores. Is your date complaining nonstop about your waitress? Are they losing their patience or temper over every little thing that the waitress does wrong? When you take notice of things like that, it can give you some insight into their personality. You might learn some interesting details about how they handle stress, even if it is as small as waiting for your order of chicken wings to arrive. Number 3, what type of shoes you wear. According to a study published in Science Direct, the shoes you wear most often can tell a lot about who you are. Shoes can wind up conveying a thin but useful slice of information about you. The study investigated people's precision in judging characteristics of an unknown person based solely on the shoes he or she wears most often. Participants provided photographs of their shoes and during a separate session completed self-report measures. When subjects were given photos of the participants' shoes, they'd rate and judge them based on their shoes alone. The shoes correlated with the shoe owner's personal characteristics. They were right about a person's age, income, and attachment anxiety from a picture of their favorite pair of shoes. Those who wear comfortable shoes are likely to be agreeable, or if you wear uncomfortable shoes, you're likely a calm person with a touch of internalized pain. If you're someone who's more so aggressive, you probably like to wear ankle boots. And if you enjoy having new shoes or want to wear clean, well-maintained shoes, you might be trying to calm yourself due to an anxious and clingy personality. Number 4, how often you naturally make eye contact. Not everyone likes making regular eye contact, and that's okay. But eye contact or lack thereof can reveal a lot about what you're thinking in that precise moment. According to researchers at Cornell University, people often reduce eye contact when discussing something embarrassing, or when they're deep in thought, or when emotions get stirred up during a conversation. Also, according to this research, if you're someone who happens to make a lot of eye contact with people, you're likely more socially dominant and have a good amount of confidence. Number 5, your handshake. Your handshake can seem like such a small, trivial thing, but it can actually be an important indicator of your personality. A study from the University of Alabama had a group of trained handshake coders shake hands twice with 112 male and female subjects. The subjects didn't know they were being evaluated on their handshake and afterwards completed 4 personality questionnaires. The study found that your handshake stays consistent and how you shake can tell a lot about your personality. The firmer your handshake is, the more likely you are to be an extrovert and open to new experiences. If your handshake is more on the weaker side, you're more likely shy and a bit neurotic. When you have a firmer handshake, you make a more favorable impression on others. Number 6, whether you show up on time or not. Do you constantly run late to things? Have you gotten a bad rep for struggling to make it to school or work on time? In actuality, this bad habit might not be the worst thing. Running late can be indicative that you're a multitasker or are more laid back. Findings from a 2003 study by Jeff Conte from San Diego State University showed that out of 181 New York City subway operators, those who preferred to multitask were commonly late to work. Multitasking makes it harder to have metacognition, or the awareness of what you're doing, meaning that you aren't as aware of the time when you're in the middle of multitasking. Number 7, when you get something for yourself, but don't think to get anything for anyone else. Let's say you want some takeout, so you decide to grab some sushi on your way home from work, and then you call your partner or your family to see if they want some too. That is, you probably do this if you're a kind and unselfish person. Someone who doesn't do this is likely someone who could be considered rude, inconsiderate, or selfish, and isn't very thoughtful. They might also just be cheap. Number 8, if you subtly put others down, people can subtly be rude to you, and you might not notice it right away. For example, do they talk like this? You don't like to read that comic, right? Or, you're not really into that video game, are you? If they often phrase questions in a condescending way and you can't help but feel bad by their remarks, then they might not be the best friend to have. Speaking this way can also be a sign that they look on the negative side of things and don't think very highly of others. And number 9, where you look when you're drinking out of a cup. In psychology, where you happen to look while you take a drink can subtly reveal a lot about you. If you look over the rim of your cup when taking a drink, you're likely an extroverted type who can be easily influenced. It's an indicator that you trust others easily, are environmentally aware, and have a carefree view of life. If you look into the cup when drinking, you're more introspective. You know yourself, are focused, and have an idealistic view of life. If you're someone who closes their eyes while drinking, you might be in some sort of pain or discomfort and are preoccupied with pleasure and relief. Which of these 9 things mentioned in the video do you think would reveal the most about your personality? Please like and share this video if it helped you and you think it could help someone else too. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have you ever caught yourself saying something manipulative to someone to get what you want? Sometimes you might not realize that some of the things you say and do are manipulative. Instead, you may notice friends growing distant and relationships being at risk. So, if you've been questioning your own actions lately, here are 6 signs you're manipulative without realizing it. Number 1, you're kind of a know-it-all. Do you often feel that people should follow you because you're the one that knows best? Or perhaps you have this constant urge to put yourself first in every circumstance. As a result, this tendency may make other people see you as selfish and a know-it-all, which may cause them to turn away and avoid spending time with you. For this reason, it's good to look at how you treat people. You may not be aware of this behavior as it may have developed unconsciously. For instance, having the upper hand may be your way to mask your insecurities, or you may be unconsciously imitating the behavior of your strict parents, who made you obey their every demand growing up. So take time off and focus on yourself. When you become more confident in yourself, you may find that you will no longer need to outshine everyone all the time. Number 2, you shower someone with affection, then pull back if they do something wrong. Have you avoided someone after an argument to prove that you don't need them? Is it your way to tell them that they should be the one to go to you first if they want to make up? This is a push and pull type of behavior where you make someone feel happy when they're doing something right, but then pull back to punish them when they do something wrong. You might do this because it can give you a sense of control over others, but this tactic is toxic and manipulative and can seriously harm someone's mental health. Number 3, you're very adamant about getting what you want. Do you go to extreme lengths to get what you want? Let's say you want candy, but others want chocolate. So what do? Someone who is manipulative may decide to throw out all the chocolate so nobody gets a choice. In the same sense, a constant urge to be in control may cause you to do just about anything, including lying, guilt-tripping, and blaming, get what you want. But whenever you catch yourself thinking of doing any of this, it may be helpful to just stop, breathe, and take a step back. Give yourself some time to think. These moments of self-awareness and reflection can aid you in moving forward. After all, changing your habits may not be easy, but it is doable, and you're more than capable of achieving it. Number 4, jealousy makes you do problematic things. How do you respond to jealousy? If you saw some friends hanging out without you, would you feel offended and purposefully go out with someone else to take heaps of photos just to flaunt them on social media for them to see? Manipulative people have issues with jealousy. When you feel like you're not on top of a situation, you create another one that you can control, even if it's at the expense of your own relationships. In moments like these, it may help to give yourself some time and space to come to terms with the fact that not everything other people do is related to you. Know your own self-worth first so you won't feel threatened when others don't. Number 5, you never say what you want outright. Do you find yourself guilt-tripping others into doing you favors? According to Barham, manipulation can arise from an inability, or at least a reluctance, to simply say what it is you're feeling or needing. This behavior may come from underlying anxiety, insecurity, or a strict childhood upbringing. Strict parents who don't let their children open up may bring up people who avoid confrontation completely. In this case, you might find it helpful to contact a therapist to talk to and address your problems. Take it step by step. You can handle this. And number 6, you use relationships as bait. Have you ever said to someone that they should do something for you if they really loved and cared about you? If so, then you're using your own relationships as bait to get something you want. Whenever you do this, you're basically saying that if they don't do what you want, then you'll break things off with them. This is a deeply hurtful and unkind thing to do, especially to the people who you love. As mentioned earlier, it is highly possible that you are not aware that you're even doing these things. That's why it's good to have a keen sense of awareness about your own actions. Respect others and find ways to build your self-esteem. Remember that all of this is part of your journey, growth. So did you relate to one or more of these points? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who might benefit from it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to get notified